Pat Metheny Group. Merci. Bonne soirée.
On piano, Lyle Mays. From Brazil, on percussion, Armando Marçal. On bass, Steve Radby. From Argentina, on vocals, miscellaneous instruments, Pedro Aznar. And on drums, Paul Wertico.
Well, you've been to Poland before. You're going to go again.
Yeah.
Do you remember any Polish words?
Oh yeah, like dziękuję and Nostrovia.
The most important.
The most, yeah, absolutely. In fact, somebody's told me, I forgot, we were drinking vodka, and one guy there said that I was like the only American he saw that really knew how to drink vodka, you know.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Did you tell him that it's Polish blood in you?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really fun. It was really interesting, you know. But yeah, I remember just when we got off the plane into Poland, like just immediately, man, it was just, wow, I'm home kind of thing, you know. It was really interesting.
Do you like living in Chicago?
Yeah, it's the greatest. That's why I do it.
Why?
I think it's the best blend of like hometown, big city. You know, I mean, there's enough big city things here that you feel like you're still, like in a cosmopolitan city. And it's beautiful, and people are pretty friendly for a big city here. Like, I love the people in Chicago, but yeah, it still has a hometown quality, and I think that's what it is. You know, everyone's not like going out of their mind yet. There's enough space you can get away and still be a human being, even though you're still in a big city. That's why I like it.
You appeared in a movie, The Babe, right?
Right.
How did you like it?
It was fun. It was interesting because it took forever to shoot something that ended up being like 5 seconds long, you know. And it was interesting to see the whole process of the movie, because it was a real, it's a major picture, major motion picture, and you see how much money they spend on stuff that never goes anywhere. It's like, I really realize why movies like cost millions of dollars, because basically a lot of it is just people just sitting around. You know, you go and you get called at 7 in the morning, and we didn't shoot our little segment until 7 at night, and we got paid overtime for that 7 at night because it was past their 12-hour thing. And then they still only used 12, like I said, about 5 seconds of it. So it's really wild experience. But everyone was real nice. We hung out with John Goodman, who was the star, and he was funny. You know, we were drinking and stuff. Just had a great time.
does it feel to be a drummer in a band, you know? Is it like, you know, a less position or something because you're not a front man?
Well, I don't know. I don't feel like that. I think drummers have that stigma of like, you know, 5 musicians and a drummer, but it's the drum chair is like the most important chair in a lot of ways because it can really make or break a band if the drummer's good or not. And also we have a lot of responsibility, and when things go wrong, you know, it feels terrible because, like, you know, it's like they can blame you, but also if things go right, sometimes you don't get the credit because you're just back there playing drums. But for me, the way I play the drums, I've gotten a lot more credit than I even thought I was going to get. You know, so I can't complain about that too much.
When you tour all over the world, because you tour all over the world, how does it feel? What do you find, you know, different in different countries? Do you see it differently?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is it just building or
well, I mean, the buildings and everything, the people, the way they look, that's all obviously different. You know, the foods are different, but it's also, you know, even like I said, like playing in Poland. I mean, there was one of the best audiences, very soulful, sort of comparable to like Brazil or something. And then some audiences are just colder, you know, or just, you know, it's just different. And like even city to city in the United States is different. You know, Chicago's a great audience where, you know, I don't want to mention the bad audiences, but you play in some towns and the people just, they kind of look at you like, you know, like, wow, you know, like they're brain dead or something, you know. And then other audiences are too wild. It's like a big party, you know, and then that's not fun to play for either because then they're just getting off on themselves. So, you know, it's really interesting. Really, really interesting. You know, Japanese audience is real different because they're like so polite. They just sit there and listen to everything, and then just applaud a little bit. And then like, so the next song doesn't have the audience applause to carry over when everyone's changing their chords and stuff. But then at the end they go completely nuts, and so it's a different way of looking at things. I mean, they listen to everything so carefully.
It's a good lesson, isn't it?
It's a really interesting, very interesting lesson. Yeah,
when we listen to you, we can tell right away that it's you because you have a certain style and you know, on drums. Was it a conscious idea or it just happened?
Yeah, it's just I had so many different influences and I put them together in such a weird way, and also, you know, it's like my influences never try to imitate them. I just took what I thought they did to the music and then did it my own way. So it wasn't a conscious decision to sound like myself. It just, all that stuff just added up to me being me, you know.
Who's your favorite drummer?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of them, you know, obviously. But yeah, I mean, for jazz, I always like Roy Haynes or DeJohnette or Elvin Jones. And, you know, for rock, there's a lot of them, Keith Moon, Ginger Baker. You know, I like guys that played from the heart. I don't like real cold drummers. I don't like technical drummers. To me, it's like it's interesting to hear, and there's something to be learned from it. But it doesn't make me feel the music like I want to feel music. You know, I like guys that make me laugh, or, you know, you just shake your head and go, "Wow, that was really nuts." You know, I love that feeling of music. You know.